Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back with another video. So in this video here, I'm going to talk about how I study tactics and what I think is, for me, the best way to study tactics. Now, before I show you that, one thing I want to say about studying tactics is that not necessarily solving the tactic is all what you're trying to get out of tactics. And this is my perspective. You want to be able to get the idea and understand kind of what happens. And so in Chessbase 16, you kind of get a better idea. Yeah, it's not the same thing as a coach or some, professional grandmaster walking you through things, giving you the idea exactly. But for me, it's much better than just playing through a tactics database. And if you get it wrong, it just moves on. And so, this Chessbase also has some other features that I think are quite handy when you're studying tactics. And again, really engrossing yourself in the position, engrossing yourself in the idea behind the position will help you, in your over the board games or in your online games. Because what will happen is when you get yourself in some situations or certain positions, you might not really have a clear idea. And that's okay, but sometimes you can come up with an idea on the spot versus like really just knowing outright what to do in a position. And sometimes that can be enough to just keep you from making that, error in a otherwise just normal looking position. So here I have this database here, the Woodpecker 1000. This database I got from Albert Silver. I watched this video on the Woodpecker method. Very good video. He has the link in the description to this database if you want to download it. And I highly recommend watching this video. Very, very, very good video. So what you're going to do is you can open up any one because you can go through them all pretty quick. And so I'm going to just pick a random one here. Let's just go here. All right. So up here, the tabs where you see the notation right here, you see replay training. So you click replay training. And now this pops up. And what you'll see is that it automatically ticks to play white or black depending on whose move it is. You can actually play the other side. If you want to play the losing side in a tactical puzzle, by all means, you can absolutely do that. You can also set it to have hints that pop up automatically where you just click hints. So let's just go ahead and click that so I can show you what that does. No hint, it said check the tactics. But if you click the little more hints over here, let's see what happens. Sacrifice something, the next move is a killer. So I think that the engine internally is calculating this and it's giving you some sort of things what it do. It says sacrifice something, attack a piece, the next move is a killer. Well, so let's turn that off. Also over here, you have a manual analysis button if you want to just stop in the middle of a tactic and just try some things yourself without having to like get it wrong. But getting it wrong in this actual software is actually not too bad, and I'll show you that in a minute. They also have an assisted calculation. I'll show you. This is a pretty cool feature, and I'll show you what it is here in a minute. All right, so we're gonna play black. Now this is why I like it so much. I'm gonna play the wrong move on purpose. All right, I know this is wrong. I gotta be wrong. So I'm just go ahead and play knight to d5. Now watch what happens. It says mistake 12.7 pawns. You played the move knight to d5. Your move is not good. Please try again. So it's telling you that the computer, this is a grave mistake because again, look at my evaluation here. It's saying that this is a point, basically a even move. So basically I got a winning position. I made a move that instantly gave me an equal position. So again, at least you know that, all right, I didn't make a losing move. So, and some cases where you're viewing tactics, if you make the wrong move, it just moves on. And that's what I like about this. You can stop, get some kind of insight into the position and understand what you're doing here. So over here on the assisted calculation, hold on, let's go back for a second. If we go ahead and go, let's say, so what we think would be the right move here? I think take a look here. This pawn here, because really what we do, we want to block this file here. If you look at this, the third rank, we want to block the queen so we can push this pawn up. We'll really be threatening checkmate in earnest. So we can do that with, but we also got to be careful because if we push this pawn up here, he can take this right here. And then he'd be threatening mate. But however, this right here would be mate pretty instant. Not instantly, but queen h1 check, queen h3 check, and then pawn push, then that's pretty much game over. So let's try it and see what happens. We go here, right? So now, as we saw that our plan is the correct plan. So let's just go back here. Let's go to our manual analysis and back up. So I'm going to show you what I was talking about. So this is why I like it. If white takes here, as we can see, this square here is taken. The E2 square is taken, so we can go here with a check. Only move is back up. Go here with another check. Only move is a push up. And now we can go to here. That's what I was talking about. So my idea is correct even if he took the knight. So you know your idea works. Because again, you can see how that works. All right, so now we unclick this, we can go back. But you can also click this assisted calculation, right? So say if you wanted to do visualization training. Now watch, this is pretty cool. It tells you to enter the moves blindly on the board and then right click to unveil its current position. So let's just say we back up. Okay, so I guess you can't back up in this situation here. Let's see. You can't really back up. So we right click here. We know that we, okay, so he pushes here. So he takes. So we know that this here's a move. Wait a minute. It's white's move. Let's go here. He takes. So now, again, and also the queen is protecting the knight. I didn't see that the first time, but still. All right, so now what we can do is we can go here to h1, which is check. In this case, the king can come out because of, well, the pawn is still there. So the only move is come back. That come back, check here, rook here, and push my pawn here. And let's reveal the position. If I right click, it's the same position. So basically, it's like you're doing visualization training. So you're kind of ingraining this idea in this position. So like, again, you get this good pattern recognition. All right. So let's come out of assisted calculation. And we're just going to go ahead and go. So we go now. We know that he training, because now it says training resume. We're just going to go here. And it says that, well, in this case, he took. Okay, he took with the pawn. That's right. So again, I was so bent on my own idea. So the idea here is to go here. Now we're mating with this. And now if let's see here. Oh yeah, okay, so he's not mating just yet. Oh yes it is. So now we go queen takes. And that's the end of the game. Because again, he has a take back. So for example, let's see if we can do manual calculation, manual analysis. So if he takes, I just bring this over here. Only reasonable move is to come here, take, come over here, and you go here. So therefore, you get to finish the game, see the idea, and you see this position here. So therefore, you can ingrain this pattern recognition into, or kind of internalize it, so you can come up with these ideas. So if you come back all the way to the beginning here, what you want to see is that, all right, at some point that if I get my pawn to f3, both of my rooks on h and g file, the h rook can possibly check mate. But the first thing I need to do is block out the queen on the third rank so that I can be able to make my move f3. So that's kind of how you would think about this. So now what I like about this now is, now if you want to go to the next puzzle, say we have this database here that I recommend you download, you just click F11. Watch this, F11. And well, since we made moves into the game, it's asking us, do we want to save? Just hit no. And now it goes to the, let's wait a minute. Let's go to the next puzzle. Do you want to save? No. All right, so it goes on to the next puzzle. So now we start over again with a new puzzle here. All right. So again, I'm not going to go through this puzzle here, but I just wanted to show you just how easy it is. So when you finish a puzzle, you just go right ahead to the next puzzle and begin that process all over again. Thinking about, say, what, where do I want to checkmate black? I'm looking at, say, wow, what about if I can get a check on the A4, E8 diagonal somehow? I believe I can checkmate him. Is that even possible? So that would be my beginning thought. Another thought could be something like, what about if I could get my queen to the back rank, with all his pieces in the current position except for the queen somewhere else? What can we do here? My knight is covering the escape squares. Even, somehow if I took, the bishop, took the knight with my bishop. And I'm also looking at eyeing the move coming rook to d7 to block the queen out, so that I can be threatening to actually take on e6 with my bishop. So there's a lot of considerations here. So that's how I would begin thinking about it. And what you could do is actually, again, you could just make a move and just kind of see what happens. And if your move is right, it's going to let you know. Sometimes it makes moves that kind of tells you if the moves are right or wrong. So let's just take a look. Here we go. Say, for example, rook to d7. All right. So it says here that I'm still winning, because you see the evaluation here. And my mistake, basically, I was up like, say, 6 pawns worth, but I just gave up 4 pawns worth, although I still would be winning if I played that move. So again, that's the whole point. You kind of know if you are on the right track, at least to not losing. Because again, when you're playing chess, if you're not a grandmaster, if you're not a computer, you're not always going to make the absolute 100% best moves. And what you want to try to evaluate in yourself is not only gauge just your intuition of what you think about a position, but you still can go through this and get the actual solution and internalize that pattern, so you can have that pattern recognition for use in later games. So that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's a lot of chess-based training information that I can give you. Just let me know anything you need to know about this program. But I find that studying tactics this way right here is absolutely the best for me. And I will come back with one more video and show you how to use the repertoire function to study an opening and show you just how well that works as well. So that said, you guys take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.